All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this audio call with Managing Director of Tabani Resources, Mr. Phil Russo. He's going to give us an overview of the announcement today that was released to the ASX, a transformational deal for Tabani Resources and the Kabata Gold Project. This recording will be available later on. We'll be emailing it out to participants and to the broader subscriber network. I'm going to hand it over to Phil. I will take it away.
Peter, and good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this call. This won't be a long webinar, but I wanted to provide some additional colour and rationale for the transaction we've announced this morning, and also provide an outlook for the company for the remainder of 2025. We believe this is a transformational transaction for the company. As a gold company with a significant development asset, our strategy has been to firstly engineer a project that would have appeal to the market, an asset in that plus 150,000 ounce per year range, which are rare, while also being executable, and to secondly chart a course to realise that value in the asset in what is a bull market for gold at the overall lowest risk profile for the company, particularly as we navigate a path to transition the company from developer to production. As part of that strategy, we've identified the benefits Tabani would gain by introducing a like-minded strategic partner in the company to help us execute on this objective. This morning, I'm incredibly pleased to announce an investment from A2MP in Tabani. A2MP is a vehicle controlled by Eagle Eye Assets, an entity with a track record of success on the ASX in similar African domiciled companies, with the support of AfriExim Bank. A2MP has operations in over 14 countries in Africa, including Mali, spanning resources, infrastructure, textiles, cotton and agriculture. In Mali itself, A2MP have a significant presence through the cotton and textile industries. AfriExim Bank is one of Africa's largest financial institutions with a clear mandate to finance African projects. Its balance sheet exceeds $40 billion US. In addition to partnering with A2MP through a significant equity investment this morning in Tabani, we've also secured a non-binding debt commitment letter from A2MP, supported by AfriExim Bank, of US $160 million. This debt quantum is essentially the requirements sought after for the project in our financing process that is currently underway. A2MP are fundamentally an investor. They're not a miner. Hence, their and Tabani's interests are aligned in that they are here to realise the value in Kabata and see our share price rise as high as possible, as soon as possible. And they'll be taking a hands-on approach with the company, support the successful execution of Kabata. So to summarise these benefits and the partnership we've committed to today, I'll just list them as follows. It de-risks the outstanding equity funding requirement for the Kabata Gold Project. It also de-risks the outstanding debt funding requirement for Kabata. Our financing process is moving forward quite encouragingly, and this has just bolstered the outcome of this process. That they will unlock further doors and opportunities for the company going forward. So we become more confident in our future prospects on this work stream. It enhances Tabani's in-country network and presence and experience. Tabani's overall connectivity in Mali is strengthened here by having a partner that is already in Mali in other industries. We believe that puts us in a very strong position in country, as well as A2MP got a successful track record operating and investing all across West Africa and Africa. And this allows Tabani to target an accelerated timeframe to a final investment decision, and we will be advancing multiple work streams simultaneously from this point forward for the remainder of the year. So we view today's transaction as significantly de-risking the project and increasing the confidence that this project will continue to advance, be funded, become a mine, and in bringing those cash flows forward, on a strengthened platform, we think this is of enormous value to our shareholders. And with this partnership with A2MP, leveraging their strengths in funding, support, and stakeholder engagement, we're going to be doing this in an appropriate risk profile for the company, which we believe will ultimately benefit our shareholders in terms of the multiple we receive in the market. To provide a refresher on the project itself, while I have your attention, Kubata is a compelling project. It is in rare air as that 150,000 ounce a year project, which we believe we can grow. It has a mine life of almost 10 years, reserves of nearly 1.6 million ounces. Those reserves are done at a conservative $1,650 gold price, and they are dominated by the simple high margin oxide ounces that distinguishes this project from others. At $3,000 an ounce gold price, the NPV8 of this project is 951 million US dollars. That's over 1.4 billion Australian dollars. Attributable, and I underscore this, attributable cash flow to Tubani is almost 250 million Australian dollars annually at current gold prices. I'll remind you that these numbers are how Kubata looks following our agreement with Mali to be governed by the 2023 Mining Code. And as we've always stated, Kubata is a robust project under this code, which places us in a favourable position in country. This project will grow in its resource profile. We're set to commence drilling at depth. The average depth of drilling here is still only 110 metres from surface. And regionally, we have numerous walk-up targets to further grow those high-margin oxide ounces. So this is truly a company-defining project, and we look at the project today as robust, rapidly de-risking, financeable, and ultimately executable. And a company with this much going for it does not stay trading at what is a 90 mil market cap today, which is what we are pro forma post this transaction. In terms of what the market can look from us for the remainder of 2025, we will be news flow rich. Diamond drilling will commence shortly. As I mentioned, testing the deposit at depth, where we had several holes from our 2024 drill program end in mineralisation. Our ESHA process is moving forward and on track for approval in the third quarter. Recall, we are refreshing a previously approved ESHA in 2021. We will commence pre-engineering activities shortly to lock down the flow sheet and de-risk the project capital. Other permitting activities are moving forward at pace and on schedule. Our convention discussions with Mali are also advancing following our fiscal agreement with the government recently, and we will bring all these milestones together come the third or later this year. As well as those milestones, our debt process will also move forward into the next phase, and we are, as I mentioned before, more confident than ever of delivering this with the support of A2MP. The end goal of this is we'll have a project that comes together later this year that is shovel ready for a final investment decision, and we think that is where of enormous value to our shareholders. I'll be visiting Mali myself in the coming weeks to continue to move the project forward. So in summary there, thank you for your interest in the company and taking the time to listen to the call. I appreciate very much how far the company has come to reach this milestone. We are not standing still. We are moving forward with a lot of confidence and conviction, and the future today is quite bright and frankly very exciting, offering investors a compelling investment story here at reduced risk, and I think that is beneficial to our share price over time. So a compelling proposition on balance for the market. So I'll leave it there and I'll hand it back to you, Peter, to conclude.
Thank you, Phil. A pretty comprehensive overview of the project, the finance, the partners, and the outlook for Tubani. This recording will be made available shortly this afternoon. I thank everybody for your time today, and thank you, Phil, and we look forward to hearing from you very soon.